Hello, ladies and gentlemen, here I am, ready to open this roll of 1963 D Lincoln cents. Anybody else out there? Looks like I got 6 people on right now, or 5. Anybody in my chat? That's okay. What I've got going on right here, I've got 50 different names, or not 50 different, but I've got 50 chips here with names on them. All prepaid for the slots in this particular roll. This is a 1963D original bank wrapped roll. Hello, Madding, Steve R. And then I've got one. Now, this all down here is the wrong color. I know that. And the reason for that is so that you can actually read everything that I've got down here, because otherwise the light's a little too flashy. Yeah, throwing off your morning routine? All right, so I got one right here, and this one, when I draw this one, the person who I drew before this is going to get the wrapper that goes to this roll. This is not all that exciting a wrapper, but it's a wrapper nonetheless. It's an original bank wrapper from 1963. I got 50 flips here with 50 inserts. Thank you, Penny Parent. I've got my scope ready to go, I believe. Yes, I do. And so I have washed my hands thoroughly prior to this roll investigation. I'm going to go ahead and open these up now. Hello, Adam Chambers. I have your coins sitting here ready to go under the scope. Next thing I do today is going to be putting your coins under the scope. Jeff Dunn. How are you doing today, brother? Okay, Madding, I will stick you on monthly shipping and I will refund you for that. In fact, I gotta make note of that. Be sure to tell myself to do that. And I'll take care of it as soon as I get done with this video. Set my notepad's way over on the other side of the room. Hang on a second. That's what happens when you've got... So, Madding on monthly. Alright, we can take care of that, brother. Okay. I got the flaps open on the roll. What did I do with my bag? I always forget my bag. There's my bag way over there on the other side of the room. Okay, here we go. We got 50 chips. We got one extra with the roll on it. I'll stick all these inside my, be sure it's empty, bag. It is empty. And there we go. Mix it all up real good. Finish opening the roll. I have no idea what's in this roll, nor does anyone else, because these were last viewed, if they were at all, in 1963. 1963, before I was born. Alright, wrapper goes right over here, awaiting its new owner. And I have coin number 1 to draw. I'll do that, Maddie. Steve looking for silver. First time he's come into this. And we'll see what he gets for the first coin in the roll. We are, of course, looking for a famous double die obverse, which would be the DDO number 1, which shows on the 3 of the date. We're also looking for repunch mint marks. Let me take this out of studio mode so I can see what I'm doing. We're looking for double dies of all sorts, shapes, and kinds. This looks like it could be a minor repunch mint mark. Could be. Let's get a marker on that so we'll know that one for later. Now see, these coins were not minted with the best of quality control, as you can see, but this one has a little lamination going on all over the surface. You can see little cracks all over the surface of this coin. This is one that wouldn't last very long in the wild. Good thing it was wrapped up in a roll all these years. Okay, so, hi Brian. Mr. Adams, Majestic Sounds of Coins. On the reverse here, what we're looking for is the typical Class 2 spread, which is going to be spread toward the rim. You'll see extra thickness toward the rim for a Class 6 or a Class 2. And this is neither one of those. It does have a little bit of toning because this was exposed to the outside edge of the roll. And that's it for coin number 1. Steve looking for silver gets coin number 1, which has no effect. Coin number 2. Les Wiley goes to Steve looking for silver. Believe it or not, I did mix these up. You watch me do it. All right, what do we have here? Now, the real famous one with the big giant nose sticking out of the bottom of the 3, that one is pretty well known. But what is not quite so well known is that there's at least 3 or 4 other dies that are a little more minor. And we're looking for those too. Now, there's a lot of bar L's with the 1963 issues too. But these little guys, not much going on here yet. Let's see what we got on the reverse. Nothing yet. Steve looking for silver gets another normal 1963 dealing consent. Coin number 3. We'll go to Matting. Matting. This is for you. What do we get here? Well, it's a cleaner looking coin, slightly. Is that maybe a little tiny bit of doubling in the upper part of the 3? I think it could be. Let's zoom in on this. There is a double die that does show in the upper half of the 3. I'm thinking, oops. Thinking I need to get my scope moved so that I can actually use it for close-ups. Okay, that looks like a die gouge. But there is doubling in the upper half of the 3 on a different die. While built to my knowledge, the bar L does not occur on anything newer than roughly, let me think of the latest one that I know of. Latest one I know of is 1972. Hello, Sing. You're up early this morning. Okay, we've got no repunchment mark here as it appears. We've got, and there are doubled eyelids on the 1963s as well. Not seeing anything else on the obverse there. Let's flip it over to the reverse and see what we've got here. Well, nothing on that one. Well, let's check for number 4. Coin number 4. Coin number 4 will belong to Copper Kingdom. Copper Kingdom gets coin number 4. What do we have? Ooh. A lot of these things look a little fat to the southeast on the mint mark, but that's, I believe, just a part of the punch, how it turned out. There's a lot of you now getting your 1959 coins, where I said I thought I maybe saw some bar L's going on. When I looked them up real close under my scope, and I looked them up in all the different guides, I couldn't find enough evidence to prove that those were double dies. So I left them all unmarked. So the 59D roll did turn out to be more or less a dud. And this one so far, 4 coins in, we've got nothing. Nothing to show for it. All right, let's take Mr. Hampton. Mr. Hampton's coin number 5 will reveal again. Wow, there's some spots on these too. Nothing going on there. Well, let's see. It is. It's like excruciatingly early in Hawaii. There goes that damned hiss again. That's my air conditioning system. Air conditioning system turns on and you get all kinds of noise. Sing Jay, what time is it there? Coin number 6. We do have left coasters out there now. Oops, I drew 2. I'm going to put them both back, and out of all fairness, I'm going to grab a completely different one. Mr. Patat. Mr. Patat will get coin number 6. Let's see what's going on with coin number 6. I come into this roll reveal with confidence. And that confidence is in the fact that you are all going to get a surprise. And you didn't even know it when you got here. I am going to do a special roll reveal. I'm going to get it done probably during the day on Friday. And it's going to be to all of the same people for the same number of spots who got this particular roll right here. And I'm going to open, let's see, that was Mr. Patat's coin number 6. Coin number 7. I'm going to open another roll. That another roll, I think I'm going to do another roll of 63D. So you're going to get a twofer. Hey, look at this. There's an RPM. Come on. Crank that around. Let me see. Oh, come on. Be an RPM. I think I'm seeing an RPM. I know I'm seeing damage on the upper corner. I know what that is. I'm talking about inside the mint mark. There's a ridge line running across the inside of the mint mark, if I can get it to show up again. Right there. See that running left and right across the center of the mint mark? I'm going to have to put this one off to the side and check it again. Because it does, well, I know it's damage. The damage is to the upper corner of the mint mark, but I believe the center of the mint mark has a ridge line. See that right there? A little ridge line running right across the center of the mint mark. We could be looking at a repunch mint mark, so I'm going to hold it off to the side. Remember that there's a lot of heavy die scratches running north and south through the date. And then if I find another one like it, then I will know for sure that I have found my first variety of this roll. But if you ordered 5 of these coins, you're going to get 10. And that's just how I am. Little surprises for people. Okay, Mr. Patat, I'm going to stick your coin off to the side and see later on if this is indeed an RPM, and we may even find out prior to the end of the roll. Because if I find others of this, yes, Mr. Levels of Madness. Hey, speaking of, here's your coin. if you ordered 5 on this roll, you're going to get the 5 out of this roll. Then you're going to get 5 out of the other roll that I'm going to be opening later. Another original roll of 1963 Lincoln Cents, 1963D Lincoln Cents. We're going to check it for double dies. We're going to check it for repunch mint marks. We're just going to check it. And you see the condition of these coins is not spectacular. This and therein, folks, lies the reason why an MS-67 near perfect coin for 1963D is worth around $1,500 because, well, getting these in really nice condition is quite scarce. So that looks like another normal coin there for Levels of Madness. Let's pick another one. Hi, little penny coin 999. We have to get these sold during the auction on Tuesday evenings because they sell out very quickly. This is Mr. McCoy. This roll is already sold out. You have to come into our auction on Tuesday evenings. The auction starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, and it ends probably around 10 to 10:30 Eastern. And at that time, I sell the coins in these original rolls. And then I don't open the rolls until people are watching. Or actually, I open them during a live broadcast so that there's no way that I could be mixing things up or seeding rolls or anything else. I'm opening an original bank-wrapped roll right in front of you. Spots for this particular roll were $1.50 per coin. But what the people who paid for these spots did not know at the time they paid is that they are getting twofers. Every $1.50 they paid, they're getting 2 coins. Sing J gets the next one. And here's the next surprise for, well, the newer people. I mean, the people who have been around for a while know this. I go through this roll a second time. After I've finished this show, I go through it under my regular microscope where I can see things a little bit better. And I make sure that what I see is what I saw, or what I didn't see is what I didn't see. And then I will attribute every die variety in the roll. If you have a new die variety, or if you have one that's in better shape than the one I already had on my website, I photograph it. And I put that coin on my website. Then I sign your flip insert and put plate coin on your flip insert so that if you decide that you want to send it into Anex and have them put plate coin on your holder, they will do it. And here we go, Copper Kingdom. What do you get? There's another one of those right there. It looks like another one. See, there's a line running right through the center of the mint mark. I'm going to have to put this one off to the side too and check it later. This one doesn't have the same die scratches, not the same direction as Mr. Patat's coin earlier. But I'm going to check this because it really looks like it's a mint mark. Repunch mint mark. Look at that R. R is awful fat on the bottom side. Yeah, this coin's going to bear some additional peek looking. Figure out what is going on. Ah, there's that damn whistling going away. Now I can actually hear myself think. Could you imagine an air system that makes that much noise? This thing sounds like a wind tunnel when it's blowing. Alright, let's check the reverse side of this one real quick, and then I'll hold it off to the side, take another quicker, better look at it later. I say quick, but I mean better. I'm going quick now. The better look, it often takes me an hour or more to finish off these rolls. Alright, Copper Kingdom, I'm going to take a better look at this one. It isn't exactly the same Levels of Madness. It's a different die, I know that for sure. So if we've got one of those, we may have 2 different ones. Midnight Silver Run. see what you've got. These rolls were always hoping for repunch mint marks or that DDO number 1. Elusive DDO number 1. Rarely do we find them, but they are nice. And what we'd be looking for is a big triangle sticking out of the 3 toward the left on the bottom half of the 3. What that is the center of another 3 that was hubbed into the die. Oh, look at that. Nice greaser. You got the UNIT totally filled in there. Grease-filled die for Midnight Silver Run. Put my magic eyes on. Oh yeah, for sure. That is really filled in. That's pretty cool. Very nice. That one goes to Midnight Silver Run. Let's take a look at the next coin. And that's going to belong to Levels of Madness. Let's see what you've got, brother. Stick this up here. Well, there's another, appears to be a ridge line on the inside of the mint mark. Maybe that could be my eyes. That sure looks like something to me. I'll stick that one in a pile with Copper Kingdom's coin. Let's try to get a good marker on this to see if we find more of these. If we have a good marker. Sometimes we don't get markers. We have to find them. Wow, nothing so far. I did see some die scratches on this, but I'm not sure that we could use them because they're kind of old. Looks like a little gouge at the rim below the D. That's not going to be good enough. Those little die gouges like that tend to go away from coin to coin. They just get hidden, and you can't see them as well. I don't really see any markers at all in the obverse of that. No markers on the reverse either. Just a late die state coin. Well, folks, I'll stick this one off to the side and see what I can find in this one. Did it have a fat R? I didn't see whether it did or not. No, this one's pretty much normal. That one other one that I saw really had kind of a little bulb on the R. So this one could be the same, could be a different die. These could be nothing at all, but I just want to make sure that I'm being thorough about it. Matting gets the next one. Let's see what matting has in here. Well, nothing inside the D on this one. See, that tells me if I'm seeing nothing inside the D on this one. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. It could be part of the mint mark punch. I'm not familiar with what that likely is. I'll take a much better look later. There's a lot of small north and south die scratches going through the obverse on this one. Everything else looks normal. Let's flip you over and see what we get on the other side here. There's a little struck through next to the A right there. Just a small area that there was a piece of grit embedded into the coin that fell out after the coin was struck. And nothing else do I see on this coin. That is possible that it could have been a scratch or a dent on the mint mark punch itself, because that would be raised on the coins. Let's see. Yeah, it would be raised on the coins because you had... No, wait a minute. No, because the punches into the die, sinking it in, and the die mints the coin, which raises it up. So mint mark punches are raised. So if there is a raised line in the middle of a mint mark punch, then that's not going to be a scratch or a gouge in the punch. It's going to be extra metal on the punch. You guys been seeing clashes on this? I'm sorry, I wasn't looking. Mr. McCoy gets the next one. This is Mr. McCoy's first experience with these rolls. Are we talking about that line above the 1? That's not clash. No, I don't see any clash marks on the others. On this one, doesn't mean there weren't clash marks on some of the others. Am I on top chat? No. I'm on live chat. Steve, if you think about it, a punch is going to have the same effect. It's going to have the same relief as a coin. Because you have to have positive relief on the punch to go into negative relief in the die, which goes to positive relief on the coins. So if you have a raised line on a coin, it's going to be a raised line on the punch. That's what I mean. Hi, Steve R. Nothing yet. We're still holding our breath, turning purple. Hello, Sissy Atwell. Mr. Dunn. Let's see what Mr. Dunn got. See, there's another one of those. Looks like a little raised ridge line in the center of the D mint mark. I'll have to save this one aside too. Not seeing anything else there. I still haven't had my first cup of coffee, and it's 11:28 in the morning. I need to have my first cup of coffee. Steve, I'll take that 1 cream, 2 sugars, please. Mr. Dunn got a normal coin too. Never fear, folks. Anybody who bought a spot in this roll will get a spot in the next 1963 D roll I do. Midnight Silver Run. So if you bought 10 spots, or if you bought 5 spots in this one, you're going to get 5 spots in the next roll too. That's going to be the 1963 D roll, which I will open Friday. It's going to be Friday morning. You always have to figure on these things. 1963D, you tend to have to open a little bit more to find the better stuff, simply because, well, 1963D was not that good of a quality year for Lincoln Cents. There are a number of die varieties, repunch mint marks and double dies, but finding them in higher grade is a serious issue. All right, Midnight Silver Run gets a normal coin out of coin number 17 in the roll. Let's take a look at number 18. The volume, maybe it's because I'm not talking directly into my mic. Hang on a second here. Because when I'm looking at a coin under the scope, here, let's try this. This will work a little bit better. Mr. Patak gets the next coin. Maybe that ought to change things around a little bit for you. Plus, I'm not talking very loudly. Don't want to disturb poor Sherman laying over there asleep. Oh, you guys can't see Sherman. There's Mr. Sherman laying over there asleep. All right. This particular coin, I don't see anything yet. So there could be something under the L. Let's see. Nope. Looks like we've got a really minor doubled eyelid going on here. Let me zoom in on this and take a look at it really close for you. Yeah, that's going to be a minor doubled eyelid. And you can see the little bit of doubling underneath the primary eyelid. You've got a little ridge line, a little bulge that sticks out up there. But I don't think this is going to be what I'm going to count and list. I'll turn it just a little bit more to see if I can get better lighting on it. No, that direction was the best direction I've got. I need a pointer. It's right there. Can you, yeah, so I'm pointing at my screen. Can't you see? Right there. Here, I'll point at this one. I really wish I had a pointer. Let me try this and see what I can do with this little piece of paper right here. That little guy right there. That was a piece of paper. That was ingenious. The problem with a toothpick, the toothpick will scratch the coin if I'm not real careful. Let's see what I can do with this little guy. Let's see if I can be all professional now. Where's my little pointer? Where did you go? Yeah, see, it's just too dull. But right there, right underneath the eyelid, I'm touching it right there. You can see another little piece. See the light part underneath the eyelid? That's actually raised on the coin. I did that with a teeny tiny little paper airplane. I got to figure out what to use to get a really sharp point in there that's not going to hurt the coin. Something plastic. Anyhow, this is a minor repunchment, not repunchment mark, it's a minor double die obverse. And I saw that right there. You can see it. Now you can see it. It's a little dark patch underneath the eyelid. And we also have a number of very distinctive die scratches on this coin, especially in that throat area. Take a look at all those. You know, a lot of die scratches in there. So this one's going to be memorable. Okay, we'll have to consider whether or not this is going to be one that we're going to be able to list. If we are going to be able to list this one, it will be a new double die, I do believe. Die scratch from the 3 to the mint mark. Excuse my little horsiness. Yes, we do. We have a nice die scratch from the 3 to the mint mark. Right there. Thank you, Steve. There it is. Bam. These things, you just got to get the light just right. All right. We check the reverse on this one. I'm not sure if we checked the reverse on this one. We can look at it real quick. Real quick. Happy little coin lives right over here. I actually bought myself a Bob Ross t-shirt. I was going to wear a Bob Ross t-shirt sometime when I do one of these. As people tell me, I've had a couple of people tell me that my soothing voice sounds like Bob Ross. Happy little coin lives right over here. Let's just make a big tree right in the middle. Mr. Hampton. Mr. Hampton. See, there's another one of those. Looks like it's got that little ridge line right in the middle of the mint mark. Hello, Spitfire. And Mike Wolf. Mike Wolf, I have a question for you real quick. Are you registered to bid with us? We had a little bit of question regarding someone with the name of Wolf, and I just wanted to make sure it was you. If you're registered to bid with us, let me know. And we got nothing on this particular die. Now see that double eyelid, I just kind of hit it by sheer happen chance. So there could be others in the roll. Could be others that I might have missed. You're not. Okay. That's fine. I'm not trying to push you or anything. There's someone with an email address that had the word wolf in the email address, and I thought of you. What if he was a serial killer painting his burial sites? Okay, Sherman. All right. Big, long snore coming out of him. He's a comfy dog. Happy boy, happy boy. Hello, Mr. Patton. Robert Adams gets the next one. You hear that? That's his dog over here. You believe that? Can you hear him? That's my entertainment for the day. Wife wants to know why I have to take a nap in the middle of the day. Well, this dog makes me tired. He lays here and snores all day. Well, you just heard my air conditioner kick on too then. Because every time I'm not talking, my air conditioner does. There are many different ways to spell it. I realize that. I can't remember whether the wolf that I saw was one F, an F-E, or two Fs. Poor dog. Mr. Hampton. While we sit here and listen to my dog snore. Oh, really? Wolf with two E's? I would think that'd be Woofy. We do have some late die state coins coming on here. And get my dog a CPAP machine. I wanted to check one more thing again before I push this coin into a sleeve. Okay. Hello, PK Carve. We have another later die state coin. So here's what we've got going on. Just so the people who have not been here before can catch up. I'm opening an original bank wrap roll of 1963 D. Lincoln cents. This roll has been purchased at a maximum of 5 coins per person last night at my auction, which is every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. At the end of the auction, I do original roll reveal purchases where you can purchase coins from a roll, which I will be opening later on in the week live on camera. These coins that we are looking at here have not seen the light of day since 1963. And so we are discovering what is in this roll together, because I've never seen the contents of this roll. And we do these 3 to 4 per week. Upper right part of the mint mark. Is that a hit? I think it's a die gouge. It looks like a die gouge. It's raised. I'll take a better, closer look at it since we've had a question about it. There we go. Yeah, there's nothing there. That's once you really get in tight, you can see that there's die scratches in the area that make little horns on the mint mark. Nothing actually there. I know, Steve. I'm trying too. I'll tell you what, I really wish I could find stuff in here. Let's see. Okay. We've already seen the reverse on this one. So Mr. Adams gets a normal coin. Get this flipped around. So if you want to get involved in one of these roll reveals, you just come to the auction at 10 o'clock Eastern on Tuesday evenings, where we begin the process of selling these coins. Mr. McBride. You have to register with us so I can send you a PayPal invoice. I do these by PayPal only. If I can get an invoice off to you, and you can get in line in time. It's been kind of tight lately. Most of these rolls are selling out inside of 5 minutes. It takes us longer to enter the information than it does for people to tell me that they want them. These particular spots right here were $1.50 a piece. Not expensive, especially if you run into a double die. If you run into a double die or a repunch mint mark, you just got yourself a deal. But on this particular roll, because I know 1963D is generally a little lower quality than other dates, I'm going to be opening a second roll to the same people for free. And I do have to limit the buyers. The buyers are limited to 5 per roll because, well, if I don't do that, this is Steve looking for silver right here. He's new to us. If I don't do that, then I'll end up with what happened on another roll. 5 people jumped in, bought 10 spots each, and it was done. People who came a minute and a half late didn't get into the roll. It was literally that fast. So I had to do something to be able to allow more people into the roll. So I have a 5 slot maximum until the line is gone. When the line is gone, I offer seconds. Come back in and get more. Next roll auction will be this coming Tuesday. I'm going to have some rolls and some certified coins coming up this next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be Coin Night live auction number 18. All right, Mr. Patat. Let's see what Mr. Patat gets. So here's another one of those that appears to have a little ridge line running right through the center of the mint mark. I have to take a good close look at this stuff because it looks like we could be running into some stuff in this roll, but I'm not really sure. I think this one is also a doubled eyelid. Yep. This is also a doubled eyelid. This is the same die that we've seen before with all the die scratches in the throat. There's your doubled eyelid right there. You can see it as a light dot just below Lincoln's eye, the eyelid, right out in front of the eyeball. That's actually a second. Oh, look at that marker right there. Amazing. Nice markers on this. So it'll be easy to identify if it's already listed out there. If it's not, I'll probably get it listed. I should really consider the possibility of getting up and going and shutting this stupid air conditioner off so I don't hear the whistling wind tunnel. Mr. Patat has a doubled eyelid. Thank you, Just Spitfire. Okay, CK. Copper Kingdom. There, that stupid machine turned off, so now you can actually hear me again. Yeah, my voice is calming like Bob Ross. And let's put a happy little tree right here in the middle and get some squirrels living up in there. We're just not finding much with this roll. Let me check that eye again. Okay, we're nothing on the I, nothing on the D, nothing under the L. Well, that's coin number 26. We've been through half the roll now. We're finding some doubled eyelids and some possible RPMs. Hey, hidden. Happy little die markers. That's exactly right. Levels of Madness gets the next one. Hidden, you have a great day, brother. Hey, look at this. This looks like it could be an RPM. Could be. We're going to have to scope in on this one nice and tight so we can see that upper serif, because the upper serif looks like it could be doubled. Got nothing anywhere else on here, so let me turn this around. It's not looking as promising as I thought. I'll zoom in on it and see what happens. If I could have anything I wanted, I would have one of these little microscopes that just has a switch on the side of it that I can switch high magnification, low magnification, high magnification. It stays in focus. That way I don't have to do this drunken slur of going from low magnification to high magnification. Then I have to focus it. Okay, this is a nothing. And here I thought we had a minor repunchment mark. You can see the extra thickness to the upper serif that you don't have in the lower serif. That's what gave me the idea, but 1963 is pretty common for having a demint mark with no serif on the lower part. Why, I don't know. But if you go through enough of them, you'll notice that they are characteristically different from other years, 62 and 63. By the time 64 came around, they had changed the mint mark punch to a much better, more clean mint mark punch. And then, of course, in 65, they dropped mint mark punches altogether. Roughly 1958 to 60, there started a roll craze where people were just hoarding bags and rolls of pennies. And the mint thought that it was an effort for people to get all the different mint marks. They only had the Philadelphia and Denver mint marks at the time, but that was after the San Francisco mint closed in 1955. Paul Hampton. And so, hey, look at that right there. You see the center of the mint mark? Right in the center, just as I laid it down, you can see that mark right in the center of the mint mark. I'll have to take a really good close look at that later. Finding a lot of those. Anyhow, what happened basically is this. People saw the San Francisco mint close in 1955, and they decided to hoard those coins because they're going to be really valuable someday. And so that started a craze, or that to an effect, that started a craze of people just hoarding bags and boxes full of coins. What that led to is a shortage in Lincoln cents because too many people had them sitting in canvas bags in their closets. They were ordering them by the bag from their bank. Banks were getting a lot of coins, but they were going back out too, and they weren't coming back. This is Copper Kingdom right here. There's another one with all those scratches. See the scratches? I know this is going to be a doubled eyelid. There it is, right there. That's how you use your markers. Use your markers to learn your coins and know what coins you've got going under your scope. And that's one of our doubled eyelids, which we know the rest of the obverse is going to be normal, and then the reverse is likely to be normal as well, unless they changed reverses on us between coins, which is possible but not likely. So what happened was by 1964, and they're messed with trying to get silver out of the major coins. You've got the Lincoln cents Hell, little Lincoln cents. Not enough of them being made to thwart the overabundance of people wanting to stick bags of them in their closets. There's Steve looking for silver. And so the mint got the bright idea that in 1965, they dropped all mint marks altogether. So they were still minting. See, here's a fat R. That's interesting. A little ridgeline running underneath a U. This could be a minor double die. Yeah. So got this little issue with 1965 through 1967. Look at that huge depression right there. Just about ready to pop out and make a big giant die break. 65 through 67, they minted all Lincoln cents with no mint marks at all, even though San Francisco and Denver did mint coins those years. But you're never going to find a mint mark because the mint, in their infinite wisdom, decided that mint marks were causing coins to go away. So they eliminated mint marks and minted coins with no mint marks for 3 years to get people out of the roll hoarding craze. 1968 rolls around and they decide, well, let's go back to the mint marks. So they started putting the D and the S mint marks back on the coins. And what do you know? It didn't change the roll hoarding thing at all. The roll hoarding craze didn't really go away until the late 1970s. The late 1970s, people just got tired of holding on to a bunch of rolls. Stamp collecting was pretty big in the late 70s. And, well, you had these people that had been buying bags of coins since the 60s. Their closets were getting kind of full. And it just didn't catch on with the newer people. So by the late 70s, well, the whole roll hoarding craze thing went away. So now it's actually a little bit more difficult to find rolls, original bank wrap rolls anyway, from 1975 to 1979 than it is to find them from 1960, believe it or not. Well, and then we hit 1982. And in 1982, here's Mr. Hampton again. They changed the composition of the Lincoln cent. That started a whole new craze of people trying to get all the 8 different possibilities. And then after, about 4 or 5 months of digging very deep and very hard looking for all 8 different coins, we figured out that there were only 7. Of course, that 8th elusive coin has been found 2 times, period. 2 out of 10 billion coins minted. We found 2 of them. That would be the small date, 1982, Denver minted, made of copper. All the normal ones were made of zinc. 2 coins found so far were made of copper. We've got nothing there from Mr. Hampton, unfortunately. It is a unicorn. It's definitely a coin unicorn. It is a pink unicorn with purple feet. It's so bad. Knee surgery. I hope you're recovering well, Mr. McBride. Knee surgery is usually a positive thing because it's repairing something to make things better for you. Hopefully things get better for you real soon. And we're just looking for the people who just joined us, we're looking through an original bank wrap roll of 1963D. Lincoln cents, looking for any double dies or repunch mint marks, of which there are a number in this issue. Just happens to be that I got a roll of 50 coins that doesn't appear to have much of anything. We've been finding some doubled eyelids, which are class 4 double die obverse. Sing J comes up next. And Sing J, see, there's another one of those marks on the inside of the mint mark. I'm going to have to say for the time being that may be part of the punch. That may be a part of the punch. It looks like we could have Let's check it out real carefully. Like that right there. I'm going to zoom into it. I'm looking at the upper serif of the mint mark. Boy, it looks like that could be doubled, but man, it's just not enough. Just not enough. In order for a coin to be one that you can list, you have to be able to easily photograph it and identify markers on it, as well as see the characteristics. You get one little hair difference in how this coin was minted to the next one. If that's a split at the top, you wouldn't be able to see it. So let's just keep looking. This one could be a doubled eyelid as well. It's going to be a different one, if it is one. I set that to the side. We got a bunch of southwest to northeast die scratches running through the beard, throat, and date. And I have what appears could be a doubled eyelid right there. You can see it as a dark patch underneath the eyelid. We'll have to give this one another shot later under the regular microscope and see what it looks like. Let's see here. I don't seem to have anything going on here either. So we'll move on. I'll stick Scene J's coin off to the side here and check it later for a doubled eyelid. Do I use PCGS for grading? No, I use NGC. And the reason I use NGC is because I, for years, lived in Bradenton, Florida, which is right around the corner from NGC. And I worked for a company that used NGC to a wide extent to have a lot of coins done, and I knew a lot of the people who worked at NGC. So it just kind of made sense for me to use NGC for my bulk grading. So I did. And I've sent things off to PCGS through another person, but I don't have an account with PCGS. So I don't send anything to them. Hello, Mr. Betts. Doubled eyelids, these particular doubled eyelids in this condition, probably $3 to $5. They're not really valuable, not very valuable anyway. But I don't know if you came in time, but the people who paid for spots in this roll paid $1.50 per coin. There's that damned whistling again. But they're going to get a second shot because I'm going to open another roll with the same people. Same people involved. We're going to do it Friday. Probably an AM thing. Oop, let's get this one flipped over and look at the reverse. So I'm not sure I looked at the reverse on this. Are you awake now? Dog woke up. I heard him move. Actually, you can tell my dog's awake. He quit snoring. Hit the like button. It'll save your life. Well, maybe not. Mr. Betts, if you want to go on monthly shipping, just let me know and I'll put you on monthly shipping. But I don't think right now I have you on the monthly shipping. Mr. McCoy. And if I did invoice you for shipping and you wanted to go on the monthly program, I will gladly just refund that shipping amount to you. Not a problem, sir. You just let me know you want to be on the monthly shipping and we'll get that done for you. This looks like a cleaner, earlier die state coin than most of the others that I've seen. Looks like a new die slid in on us here. But unfortunately, it's not. Aha. Okay, Mr. Betts, I will get you into the monthly program, and I will refund your shipping amount that you paid on your invoice. No worries, mate. We'll get that taken care of right now. Get Mr. McCoy's coin in a flip for him. And I have a note for someone else already to go to the monthly program. And I will add you to this. BETZ goes on the monthly program as well. Okay, I'll get you reimbursed for the shipping that you have paid. Hello, Bill 457. Mr. McCoy gets another coin here. Let's see what Mr. McCoy gets. Yeah. Don't see anything on the obverse. Inside the lower three on the last coin. This one or the one previous? This one's got nothing in it, so it's probably not this one that you're talking about. Prayer coin. Okay, I'll go back to it. We have a report of a sighting of an unidentified flying letter on a previous coin. I'm going to send Project Blue Book out to take a look at it. So what do you think, Captain Cross-Eyed? I don't know, Jim. Kind of hard to tell. Inside the lower part of the three. Hang on, folks. I'm fighting with my scope, trying to get the right angle. Don't see anything, brother. It's all flat. Hi. My dog's sitting in front of me with his head on my knee. Don't see anything on there, brother. Let's see who gets coin number 39. Sherman, why don't you draw number 39 for me? Yeah, he doesn't understand. Midnight Silver Run. Thank you, Sherman. Let's get Midnight Silver Run's coin under the scope for a good look. And what do we see? We see... So it looks like not much. Let's flip it over and take a look at the other side. This one's starting to turn a little bit brown. So some of the people that I have encountered in the coin world would consider only coins like this as uncirculated coins because they have not seen the light of day and they've not seen anyone's fingers but mine. But that's just Steve looking for silver. The problem with that is uncirculated is not a measure of whether or not the coin has been spent or has seen circulation or has been into the sunlight. Uncirculated is a simple matter of term that we use to show that a coin has no wear on it. So if it's not been fingered up enough to get wear, it's still uncirculated. I'll do that, Mr. Betts. They put the coins in bags and dropped them. I think they dropped chocolate bars in with the coins, too. This is an original bank-wrapped roll here, people. For an original bank-wrapped roll, these coins don't look so pretty. But never fear. I'm going to grab a second roll from a different source, and we're going to go through that one, too. But we're going to do that Friday because I don't have time to do it today. Where's Brian? Brian's okay. How do I get on the list to bid at auctions? Brian's World. All you have to do is send us an email at coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. Let us know what this one's formatting. Let us know what your YouTube screen name is. Be sure that you include your YouTube screen name so we can connect you back to who you are on YouTube. Then we need your real full name so we know your name and who to mail coins to. And then we need your PayPal email address so that we can invoice you. We need those 3 things. Your YouTube screen name, your actual real given name, and your PayPal email address. And we will get you registered for free and you're good to start bidding in the next auction. Trying to get this focused. Not really sure it's my focus. I think it's the coin. Yeah, just a lot of fuzzy detail on the coin. See you later, Brown Soda. Off to work we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Can you sign up? Of course you can, Bill. All you have to do is send us an email. Coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. Give us your real name, your YouTube screen name, and the email address to which we will be sending an invoice upon your successful bid. Now, to that list of emails, we do send a reminder. See, that looks like a repunched. Looks like a doubled eyelid. See what we got going on here. That looks like a doubled eyelid. It's minor, but it's there. Yeah, I think that's what that is. See that extra little mark right there? That's a secondary punch of an extra eyelid. We'll see that die scratch in the 9 that we should be talking about now. Does that make us a good... Okay. The lower 9, from the inside of the 9 on the lower side of the hook on the inside of the 9 going toward the southwest, you can see a nifty little die scratch or die gouge. That's something that I think we're going to be able to use for a marker, as well as these die scratches right here around the back of the head and through Liberty. We're going to be able to use those as a marker to be able to determine any other coins that we see of this die. And this is Mr. Adams. And I'm going to be checking this out later on to see if it's a listable doubled eyelid. If it is a listable doubled eyelid, I will attribute it. Next one, Mr. Adams again. Oh, let's see what Mr. Adams gets. Well, what do we have here? I'm getting a lot of updates from something on my phone. You guys sending me emails? If you're sending me emails, I'm getting them. Dog's kind of giving a weird eye at my phone because it's just buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. What is it, Sherman? What do you need, buddy? He's got his head laying on my knee. He said, Daddy, I want to play, Daddy. It's time to play. I'm awake now. We'll play letters, son. Go get your mitt and oil it up so we can go play baseball. So he feels like my little kid. Levels of Madness gets the next coin in the roll. And let's see what we've got. You make all kinds of weird noises, dog. It appears that I've got nothing on the obverse on this one. Is it your last one, brother? Bummer. Looks like we got nothing important out of this roll for you. Got a couple of decent ones, I think. But I'm going to go work my mojo in the storeroom and see if I can find a really nice roll of 63D to go through for you guys. I'll make all the same placards, so you'll have the same number of chances in the next roll that you had in this one. And we'll just do a second roll for you. Madding. Madden gets the next coin. I've gone this far through the roll, and I've not yet drawn who gets the wrapper. I'm just seeing a lot of these with this mark running right through the middle of the mint mark. That tells me it's too common for it to be anything good. So I'm kind of, as I find too many of them, that's kind of how it is for pretty much anything. If I'm going through rolls or going through a bag and I just start finding too much of anything good, I have to give it a second look, because too much of anything is a bad thing. Because that could mean that it could be machine doubling. It could be, for this particular case, it could be part of the mint mark punch. It is bugging me, that's for sure. In other cases, it could be master die doubling. Not for this, but like if I see something doubled somewhere. It could be master die doubling. Could be a number of different things. What's that one say? Levels of madness. You thought you had your last coin. Well, how about if I surprise you with this? Let's see what this is. Levels of madness. Gets... So like this one's going to be a normal coin. On the outburst, anyway. Yeah, I'm right with you, brother. I can't count either. If it weren't for calculators, I'd have been gone long ago. Well, I could tell you what, when I was in high school, man, I could do that math in my head without a problem. Then as I got older, I just got dumber. Depending on computers and calculators, I don't remember phone numbers anymore. Heck, I don't know anything that I knew when I was 15. You remember back in those days, you knew everybody's phone number because you had to dial a damn thing. You couldn't just pick it up and hit speed dial. Oh, guess what? Levels of Madness. Levels of Madness gets the wrapper this time. I'll stick it in your box, my man. Levels of Madness gets the wrapper. And here we go. Bill, when you send the email, coppercoinspayments@gmail.com, I need your YouTube screen name, your actual name, and the email address that you're going to be using for PayPal so we can send you an invoice. I need all that information to be able to link you together and figure out exactly who you are, so I'm not wondering who to charge, and I'm not wondering who that is bidding on my stuff. I just want to make sure that I've got all the information together so that we can communicate after an auction. Sing J gets the next coin in the roll. What do we got for Sing J? And just to be absolutely clear about things, I do follow the Privacy Act of 1974. I do not sell or give away your information to anyone else for any reason. I do use it to send you reminders of the next auction, which you can opt out of simply by replying and saying opt out or remove me. And I can get you off the list immediately and not send you any more emails regarding when our next auction is. But that's really the only time I use your information beyond sending you an invoice for something you have purchased. Coin number 48 will belong to... It's going to be coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. I don't need your address because PayPal is going to give me that. You need to just keep your address registered with PayPal. And our address, not that you need it for this, but just in case you were asking for my address, it's P.O. Box 646, Morrisville, North Carolina, 27560. Or as they say it around here, it's Marsville. Thank you, Jonathan. I wish you luck in the upcoming auction this next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Next to the last coin in the roll goes to Matting. And let's see what Matting gets. Now, the reason I do these roll reveals the way I do is for a few different reasons. First, so that you can enjoy the thrill of the hunt with me just like I do, because I love going through these rolls just to find out what's next. What's in there? What did the bank seal in this roll for me? Another reason why I do this is so that you guys can see I'm not cheating you in any way. I could just be selling you spots in a roll, and then I go through the roll and I put them in here, and well, you guys would never know any different one way or the other whether or not I was cheating you or not. But here, I can't do that because I'm opening the roll right here on camera in front of you in my little red camera down here. And I am showing you the contents, coin for coin, drawing your names, coin for coin. You can see the toning on this one. It came from the end of the roll. We are at the very last coin in the roll. The spots I sell are relatively inexpensive for the chance that you may incur some really nice die varieties or some high-grade coins. Not in this particular roll, but in other rolls we've run into high-grade coins. So there we go. There's our 50 coins in this particular roll. There's all of what I've got for normal coins, or what I have identified so far as possible normal coins. No, not Marshville. It's Morrisville. Like Morris the cat. Of course, a lot of people don't even know what Morris the cat is anymore. 9 lives. Meow, 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 meow. So there's what we've got. We got potentially a few different die varieties here that I'm going to have to go through again later to be sure of what I do or don't have. And then we've got a bunch of normal coins here. But we're going to pick another 1963D roll and go through that at some point in the near future. Later on this afternoon, I'll be going through a 1963 plain roll. You guys can return for that. I don't remember what time I put that on for. Somebody can remember what time I had that on for. Let me know. Because, well, I just don't remember everything I do. Let's see here. Go to my channel. And the roll reveal for the 1963 roll will be at 1 p.m. That's about 45 minutes from now. I'll be coming back on. So that's what I've got coming up. So if you guys want to show up for the 1963 roll, I'll be doing that in about 45 minutes. Until then, or until I see you again, peace out, folks. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down because I need to get to working on that particular roll. Thanks, folks, for stopping by. Be here in about 45 minutes. Come back to the channel, and I will be ready to get on that next roll.